we are. Aren't they gorgeous? I love the metaphoric imagery of human beings as a garden of flowers. For me, it stands as strong resistance to the notion that there is only one way to be, and only one way to be valuable and beautiful. Why would we as human beings impose on each other an insistence that we all think alike, look alike, act alike, or believe alike to be valuable and worthy of love and dignity? We see the diversity of nature. We see the many types of plants, the amazing variety of trees and shrubs, grasses and flowers and fruits and vegetables. We see the many variations in the diverse species on the planet. There are 30,000 different species of fish, 20,000 different species of butterflies, and 9,956 different species of birds in the world. As for flowering plants, there are more than 400,000, and they exist all over the world in all kinds of different circumstances. Mother Nature certainly loves her diversity, and to return the metaphor to human beings, though we are one human race, there are a myriad of variations of our physical characteristics, our cultural expressions, our religious beliefs, and our habitats. We are found in the Arctic regions of Canada, the tropical areas of South America, the grasslands of Africa, and the tropical rainforests of Asia. Such diversity of habitats leads to wildly varying human experiences and understanding. Despite such variations, we human beings share many things in common, especially as we nurture and develop our own spiritual journeys and the spiritual journeys of those around us. Dr. Viktor Frankl, a Jewish Holocaust survivor, neurologist, and psychiatrist, discovered through his experience in Nazi concentration camps the importance of finding meaning in all forms of existence, and thus a reason to continue living. It is in the context of community that many of us find just such a meaning. For it is in community that we can find a deep sense of belonging and purpose. While one size does not fit all when it comes to what moves us and what speaks to our hearts and minds, a couple of wise people from very different perspectives have come to a similar understanding of the importance of honoring the diversity in our human garden. First, for Maya Angelou, African-American poet and civil rights activist, we all should know that diversity makes for a rich tapestry, and we must understand that all the threads of the tapestry are equal in value, no matter what their color. I have learned that this congregation has made great strides in its awareness of racism and systemic oppression, and is willing to continue expanding its knowledge and experience, working toward dismantling institutional racism. Too few of our sibling congregations either do not display a Black Lives Matter banner, or do so inside or off the road, so as not to cause any discomfort, and so have little effect on the community around them. This congregation's banner is publicly displayed on a well-trafficked road. I've also learned that this congregation is most proud of its work on behalf of the queer community, proudly displaying its gay pride and transgender flags where anyone who drives by can see that we are a welcoming congregation and community and a safe place to live into one's truth. Secondly, from Max Dupree, a European-American founder of a leadership center at Fuller Theological Seminary, we need to give each other the space to grow, to be ourselves, to exercise our diversity. We need to give each other spaces so that we may both give and receive such beautiful things as ideas, dignity, joy, healing, and inclusion. It has been such a pleasure and a joy to attend committee meetings, small group gatherings, and last night's game night, and hear people claim their religious past, share their spiritual journey, and explain how they live in covenant with those here, even those whose spiritual journeys do not look like their own. This congregation has made space for diversity, while coming together as a community under the umbrella and protection of its covenant, which speaks in terms of and consistent with and supportive of the unconditional love I witnessed last night. I have been asked repeatedly what attracted me to the Unitarian Universalist congregation of the Hudson Valley. It has been difficult for me to answer that question because I found so many aspects of this community that resonate with my spirit, loud and clear. But if pushed, after spending an intense week with you, I would have to say that the most impressive aspect of this community is centered in the covenant and the way in which I have witnessed you living into it. Just last night, I witnessed people listening actively and respectfully to each other and being accepting of all voices. I watched during this crazy and fun game called Celebrities as adults assisted children and children assisted adults in describing celebrities to their teens for points. I have been the recipient of much language of kindness and concern. And I overheard a congregant reminding another to, in so many words, hold back judgment and assume positive intent with regard to another's actions, at least until a possible misunderstanding was directly explored. The gratitude expressed by members of this congregation for the efforts of others is inspiring. And this demanding week of meetings and potluck dinners, there was a joyous and gracious atmosphere in which I must have heard the words, "Thank you," and "Can I help you with that?" a million times. And finally, I learned of the several various theological perspectives of the members of this congregation. I must tell you that I was moved by the gentle way in which people recognized and honored each other's personal journeys. Everything that I have just shared is reflected in this congregation's covenant. This congregation's commitment to living into its covenant is not only inspiring but also comforting, and an expression of what unconditional love looks like in a community. It is what makes this community strong. I've had the pleasure of spending this intensive week with you, and I can say with great confidence that you love each other unconditionally. And that for the time that I have been with you, you have loved me as well, in meaningful and practical ways. Fortunately for me, I love potluck meals, and I have been treated to many. It turns out that if you just hint that you like quiche and chocolate will show up to just about every potluck. The search committee has anticipated my every need at the condo where I am staying. Thank you, Susan Cuccinello. Are you here? Way in the back. I could not have been better taken care of. Many of you rescheduled meetings so that I could participate and learn of the various ministries in the church. And wouldn't you know it, as is often the case in smaller congregations, many of you appeared over and over and over again. Like the little princess in our story, you have committed your time and energy to getting to know each other and to responding to each other's needs. What I see here is genuine friendship. Your commitment to the well-being of this religious community is not only impressive, it is why I know that you will not only grow in time, but thrive in the growing. This week has been a time of discernment for both of us, and I have had a standard by which I have been measuring my experience this week. I have learned that the most important and therefore first rule of ministry is to love your congregation, no matter what. Even when we find ourselves struggling in some way with the many personalities, religious identities, challenges, and demands of modern ministry. Loving one's congregation is not a whim or romantic notion. It's a choice and a commitment reinforced minute by minute, day by day, month by month, year by year, moment by moment as we share time together. A minister's love for the congregation she serves is unconditional and does not depend on any one relationship or one idealistic notion of the perfect congregation or even the perfect ministry. For we do not have to be perfect to be perfect for each other. I have asked myself if I can see myself loving this congregation unconditionally. And I have discovered that in all its diversity and all its many colors, I most certainly can. Please rise as you are willing and able and join in our hymn, number 18, What Wondrous Love.